Hi Vibes everyone. This video is being recorded a few days earlier because YouTube has I am restricted from YouTube for a week because I posted some music with so-called copyrights, and so they restrict me for 1 week. So today the topic of this sharing is about manifestation and getting deeper into it, and really understanding how the law of assumption works, meaning that when we accept that everything that we have asked for, it's already given from the very early stages, then the more we live this reality that we have chosen to live, the more we are into this acceptance on a daily basis, and you live it, and you go to sleep with it, and you wake up with it, and everything else all along the day. The more this becomes a reality, the more we start seeing around us of this reality. So it is a self-talk saying to the self, it is done, it is done, it is done. And when it is done, then all we need to do is just to allow the process to bring to us the law of attraction, to bring to us all the signs. And it won't happen right away, like we will never have the exact final result. It may be better than we expected, and it will always shift, so we are constantly expanding. And so this is the first thing I'm going to share with you about manifestation. So when you accept it is done, then of course it is done, and then all you need to do is just allow, keep on flowing with the energies and have fun, and intend to have more fun and more fun, because when you have fun during our days and night before we go to bed, and during the night as well, if we tend to have fun, we will have during our lucid dreams as well. It happens to me so many times. So this brings me to the next sharing I want to do with you. So when you go also from the assumption that we each are God, this means that we each are God experiencing herself, himself in this physical body, ascending and evolving. So this means that through the law of assumption, okay? So I say that I'm God, okay? So somebody will say to me, no, you're not God, you are part of God, you're becoming God. And I will say, I am God, I don't have to convince anyone. I just make the assumption for myself that I am God. And I say to myself, I am God, or I am Goddess. So now I want to make this assumption, and I will start to become more aware of this all around me, and how this works, and how much it affects my reality, and how much when I become aware that I'm God, how much I'm aware of so many things around me, including thoughts of others, including the way they feel, including so many things, not just on those who are around me, but also from the collective. Then what brings to me is more responsibility to align more with this truth of who I really am. Same way if I say I'm love, I'm light, I'm truth, and while I'm in this body, I'm constantly becoming more of what I am, more of God. Okay, so of course in this body, with my mind and my thoughts, and anyone around the planet that want to feel as God is, it's impossible, because our body cannot hold this light, cannot hold so much light, and we have many galactic races that are in higher vibrations that hold more light, and they are, in that sense, the higher the dimensions, the closer they are to God within. And yet also they are also not really totally God, and yet they are closer, and so they have more insight and more truth and more ability for consciousness. So then when I take this assumption that I am God and I'm walking around here, and so I'm like speaking to myself, and I'm like, hey, this is God in this now. I am God in this now, and I'm expanding. So through my choices, through my free will choices, guided by my higher self, because my higher self is always guiding me in choosing what feels good or not. Yes, I always have the choice. I always have free will to choose between what feels good or not. For example, this morning I was having like a feeling of being really lazy and staying at home and not do much. And I said, no, you're gonna stand up and you're gonna do your inner work, meditation for 15-20 minutes, and then go for a walk in nature. Because, okay, maybe it takes a little bit of energy, physical energy in this now moment, to do it, because the body sometimes may not be able to follow, and yet when I'm doing it, everything changes. So the body has no choice than to follow what I'm instructing it to do. And so as I'm walking now and I'm expanding more, then this alignment, because nature is what it does to me, nature brings me more aligned with who I really am. Then comes the awareness of, hey, I want to share this, what I'm feeling right now, with you all, because sharing what I feel right now with you all may also give you an insight of a feeling, an impression of how this can be for you, and then by following your own journey, you may find things in your journey that are similar to mine. Maybe yes, maybe no. We are all different. So that's the point of also what I'm sharing here, to accept each other with our differences. So then, if we go within this thought process, and we, with a law of assumption, and we accept that everything is done, okay? So everything that we want, both physical and spiritual, both being able to manifest physical things in our reality, money, car, houses, project funding, whatever it is that is singing in your heart, a gig, whatever it is, it's already given, okay, when you ask for it. And at the same time, being the open door for the peace, for love, for prosperity, for the highest good for all, to happen all around the planet. This is the highest purpose we are here for. So when we become aware of this, and we go with this assumption that I am God, then the only thing that is left is the feeling of joy, because it's the feeling of celebration. And the feeling of celebration, why the feeling of celebration? Because imagine how this feels, not how it would feel, how this feels right now when you have everything you ask for. Okay? So supposedly you have all the cars, all the houses you want, you even have a vacation, second vacation home, you have all the material things you want, you have best friends around you, you have the partner of your life, and maybe traveling more, and all the things you want, and also being of service for the highest good, and helping others around you to become aware of what it means to be aligned with Source. So, or any other way you feel that you are here to serve for. How does this feel when you are completely in this reality, in this version of you that is the highest version of what you can be, do, or have. Okay? So how does it feel right now? So when you go in this, when you go into this feeling, then there is total shift happening in reality, because then through the law of assumption that I am right now the highest version of what I can be, do, or have, I assume that I already have everything that I wanted for. It's already here, and I'm taking a walk in the forest all by myself, and I'm aware of this. What's happening? The more I do this practice, the more I'm going into this exercise within me and assuming, the more I'm expanding, of course, and the more I'm bringing this to me. Because in the end of the day, the purpose of our existence here is to be in joy, and the purpose is to constantly expand as God within our physical bodies, because we are ascending. So if we're ascending in physical bodies, we can choose to live as our brothers and sisters in the hollow earth for thousands of years if we want to. So everybody has free will choice, and everybody can choose to live how much they want. We can stop the incarnation and reincarnation cycles and live within our physical bodies for as long as we want, for example. So there are many things many parameters that change, that we are able to change, because we are each our own creator, and nobody outside of around us, any guru, any teacher can tell us what is that we choose. Even if I have chosen, let's say, a pre-birth contract, a contract before we're born, we can change our contract. I am from this line of people who think that we can always change our contract to serve in a different way, and this is what happens in my reality, and this is what I realize, what I experience in my reality. So when we go into this awareness more and more, then of course we become also aware of our freedom to create our reality, to accept also what's happening in our reality, and to move forward. And what remains is basically to be the example for others, to be the way shower, to show through our example how much power there is into already living our reality, how we imagine it, how we perceive the world, and what happens in reality, and magic happens, and things come to us, and people around us are like, how this can be, how this guy is so lucky, but it's not being lucky. It's about practicing this for a long time enough that it becomes really integrated in our being, and then we move forward with that. And the more we feel into this reality, into this truth, because it's the truth, the more it becomes part of our reality, the more we realize all the things we want to realize, all the things we want to manifest, and the more we have a deeper understanding that really all is well right now, however this appears to be out there, and also accepting that everybody around us is also God, and seeing them as such. It does not matter how they behave. Seeing them as such, it creates a field of energy around us that is a field that is inspiring kindness to all others around us. So this is the power of creation and manifestation that happens when we are more aware of our connection to source, and practice this more and more, and to integrate it in our being. So this is a little bit like something I'm sharing here with you while I'm walking. It's like my thoughts are flowing through, so I thought I share with you for once, because normally what I do, I walk, then I sit down and I start sharing what I receive. In this now moment, what I was doing is just sharing with you as they're being received, almost. And so I hope this serves you in your journey. And post a comment below to let me know how this is working for you, and how does this make you feel when I'm sharing this information with you. Much love and high vibes at all times.